back 10 years, or maybe like, what advice would you give yourself?
I would say if I can go back 10 years from now, the advice I would give myself is don't take no for an answer.
Okay.
You're going to come up against a lot of roadblocks, and you're going to have to figure out a way to either go over that roadblock. You're going to have to find a way to go around it, dig a hole underneath it, or, blow it up. I mean, there's, a lot of different ways to overcome obstacles and challenges. So I would say, and I've been through a lot of those, if I could look back 10 years, I'm like, if I could take a no for an answer, I probably could have, been this, much further. But typically, if you come up against challenges, don't stop there, keep going. Mm-hmm. And there's always a way to, get past that stumbling block, whether, you reach out to a resource who can help you with a connection, or you travel for a couple of weeks and, network and, pitch your business to someone, and therefore you gain more opportunities there. Whatever the case is, stay at your company for a longer period of time while you can continue to save money and build your business, rather than, jumping out into the lake first without necessarily having real revenues with the company before leaving your full-time opportunity.
Oh, I think I'm with you on that. Like, side hustle until it grows is one of the smartest things that you could possibly do.
And it's very challenging to do both, if you will. Very challenging, but work hard, play hard, and it's going to be blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah,
that you can relate to. And I see you working all nights of the hour and burning the candle on both ends, and that's what it takes. And no successful person has really gotten to where they are today without making those sacrifices.
Well, and another question, like looking at millennials currently right now, I know we have part of it's like we have the greatest opportunity in the world because of all the technology and the stuff that is just there. Sometimes it's just information overload of like opportunities. But at the same time, we also have some of the biggest challenges out there. Most of us millennials are massively in student loan debt, XYZ. Like a lot of us didn't career launch like we wanted to, just because of the opportunities with the downturns of the economy. And also like the employment market's completely different. Yes. Companies don't keep you for 20 years nowadays. It's, what do they say? The average person's employed now at a company 1.5 years. And most of the time that's not by choice. So like looking at that world that we're in currently, what advice would you give, the rest of us in our generation?
I would take your first point there as far as the debt situation, as far as if you are in student loan debt. My best advice is to pay back that debt as quick as you possibly can. While that money is sitting there, is accumulating a large amount of interest that the longer you wait to pay it back, the more and more you're going to be.
It just grows.
It's not going to, and it will never go away. But I mean, even if you are starting a company, or you're starting your own business, or working somewhere, I mean, it's about making the appropriate lifestyle choices. And if you have that debt, instead of having an expensive car, you may have to sacrifice for a smaller car until you can pay that debt off and then move forward from there. But that's just about making the wise choices and making the best decisions from a debt perspective, because the more money you have in savings, or the more money you have, the more options you have. And someone that's heavily in debt, and you probably can't make certain decisions about either moving to a different state or starting your own company if you have that debt that you have to pay back. And so it really kind of restricts you. And so that's my first advice, is pay it back as quick as you possibly can. And I know people who work 2 and 3 jobs to pay back their debts as quick as they possibly can. And now they feel so much better that they've been able to pay it off. But that would be the first thing.
And to jump on that point, it's like there's so much opportunity now for a side hustle,
Yes.
like that you don't have to sit there. You're not locked in. Like you can work your day job and you're not locked in the second job on hours. So those opportunities are there. It's just taking advantage of them.
Exactly. And it's a global market out there. You can do business with anyone from around the world with, like you mentioned, technology and the internet. Mm-hmm. The different opportunities to meet people through a social media perspective, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, those are just, huge sources you can use to network with people, build business relationships and partnerships around the globe. And some of my closest actually business partners have come from people I've met through social media. And you'll be very surprised if you're not using it already. direct messaging on Facebook, Instagram, it is powerful from a business building perspective.
It's you've never been able to connect so closely with the people that you respect. It's a great tool.
Absolutely.
Well, how about this? I love passion, and you know that.
Yeah.
Give me some things that you are absolutely excited about right now.
I'm excited about helping this new young up and coming startup company. It's called Borrowed. What the company does is that they actually help college students rent and buy textbooks from other students rather than rather than going to the college bookstore. I mean, the average book cost today is about $200.
Seriously, $200?
$200. It's like $150 to $200 depending on.
That is just insane. And now they're like, you can see why people are walking out of school $60K to $100K in debt. When a textbook that they're not going to use is that much. All right, keep going. Sorry.
Absolutely. And textbooks that they may not even use during the course, more so ever use after they're done with the class. And so what Borrow does, it allows you, if you were to finish a course, you can list your book on the application to another student taking the class for a forthcoming semester. You can decide to rent that book out for your own predetermined costs. It has to be a reasonable cost.
Yeah.
Or you can decide that you want to sell the book altogether and completely get rid of it. But it just allows for an exchange from the students and taking the school and taking the college bookstore out of the picture, saving huge amounts of money. Either if you're in financial aid, people are just paying, like you said, people are paying so much money for the books. So the company Borrow, they're up and coming. They've been in business for about 2 years.
Okay.
Focus a lot on the app development, and now they're getting out to where they're starting to approach colleges to use the app. Right now, they're working with Ohio State University.
Okay. Awesome.
That's one of their main schools to kind of get the students there using it, and then they're going to eventually go forward with multiple colleges throughout the country. And so I'm excited to work with them with the risk management perspective. Obviously, whenever you use an application, you have to worry about fraud and you have to worry about cyber risk and financial risk because they are seeking capital at this juncture. So I'm really working with them on the financial and risk management piece of the business. And it's just very exciting because, again, this is going to help students save money on college books, and it's going to be good for students that are also looking to make money while in school because this could be essentially like a business opportunity. You buy a book, you rent it, you make money in the meantime, just like a homeowner who would rent their house.
Yeah, I mean, they have the same classes every single semester. The books really don't change. Someone can literally 7 semesters of income coming in as a college student. Talk about the beer money. Sorry.
Exactly. So if you want to look it up, it's Borrowed. You can look up the website borrowed.co, and it'll tell you all about the service and the advantages it provides to college.
And that's borrowed.co, correct?
Correct.
Okay, awesome. So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Is there anything else that you just want to finish it off with?
I just say if you're passionate about something, I say go for it. There's no better opportunity to pursue your dreams and passions than now. I say we're in an age and time where, there's going to be a lot of stumbling blocks in your way, people telling you you can't do something. And I highly disagree with that thinking.
Amen.
And there's so many business opportunities out there. There's always a need. And if you can find something that you're passionate about that you can offer to the world that they need and want, you have a business.